Hey guys, what's up? This is Panther Dragon, and today we'll be doing the patch 4.19 Challenger rundown of the changes. And here are two guests with me is MeyeA, a former Complexity member in Season 3. And then we currently have an LCS player, MapleStreet, LO from Team 8. Woo!
Wow, you
um,
think because he's current, he's better than me?
maybe. And so Okay, so the first thing we'll be going over is Singed. So he is getting the snare when he flings people onto his glue, right? And then he's obviously getting some late game changes to his level 16 ultimate. So, what do you guys think of him right now in the current meta? Do you think we'll be seeing him more in the top lane? Like, is he going to be more of a threat? Is he going to be OP?
Well, I don't think the fling changes really matter that much.
Yeah, I don't think
He
it.
gets a tiny bit more AP on his ult, which gives him like an extra 15 damage on fling. It's not too crazy big. I think Singed is always a champion that's like viable in the game. Like his mid game power spike is probably one of the strongest in the game, where he just like has 3,000 health and just runs for your entire team. So like depending on the team comp, I think Singed is always viable, but I don't think these changes. Well, they're buffs, so you might as well take them. If you play Singed, yay.
Yeah, it doesn't really change how you play Singed. It just makes him flat out better than he used to be. So I don't know. Like we'll only see more Singed. So like Circez and like Inverted
Yeah.
Composer, they're going like straight to the top with this change.
I think he'll be like, because he was pretty weak in the late game before, right? Like he would just get kited and like all the ADs can kill him now, but now he's got a little bit more power. So I think his late game improved definitely from there. I
Yeah,
don't
for
think the
sure.
fling changes was that big though, because you'd throw your glue ahead to slow them and then fling them to your team, right?
hmm
Pretty much.
So okay, so
So do you think more soda machines are going to be terrorizing the Rift?
I think
How Singed?
I actually think
Yeah.
there will be popularity increase on Singe though for sure with this maybe. All right, so the next thing we'll be going over is Scion, and they basically increased his health per level. Um, there's a bunch of things going on with his passive, uh, and then a bunch of mana changes with his Q, his W, um, and also his E. The E got increased, so I guess first thing up, what do you guys think about these changes?
Well, the biggest change is the cooldown goes to 2 seconds when it gets interrupted. So if you played Scion before and you get CC'd during your Q, it goes on a full cooldown and like you become really, really useless. So like this is a good change for him. Like in team fights, he can now actually have a lot of presence with his Qs, and like people are still getting used to him. So
Hmm.
more buffs should make him, I guess, better.
Yeah, that is like a super important change, but that's like a little misleading because some crowd control effects did work. Because I remember when I was playing Fiddlesticks against a Scion, I waited till he was starting his Q and I feared that shit, and I was like, oh, like outplayed son, and then I started draining him because I was like, now I'm gonna kill you. And then he just like did it again in 2 seconds, and I didn't know
Uh,
it did that. So it does do it currently on live, just not on all abilities apparently. So like probably like
yeah,
knockups and like fucking I don't know like Talon E probably doesn't work correctly,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
or
like
not Talon E
yeah.
but like
And
the
definitely
others.
his like late game is better because the passive health gain went from 8 to 10 from his W, and then he also gets health per level. So I actually thought he was really good late game because of how much CC he packed and how tanky he was. Um,
Did you? I think he's useless.
I
Actually, I
thought he
think
was.
Scien's kind of useless too.
I think he
Okay,
was
thank
pretty good.
God. I'm like I've seen him and I'm
Uh,
like he just like doesn't do anything.
he's weird, man. He just like charges in, but the enemy just kites away, and then like he
Yeah,
dies.
I think he's like ironically or fittingly, however you want to put this. I think he's most useless. I mean, most useful when he's dead because he does a lot of damage when he's
Yeah, in a
dead.
team fight, if they're not like running away from him, he can do a lot of damage. But I'm not sure
Yeah,
if his initial initiation is that good. It's kind of like easy for a tank to block it and other stuff.
yeah. Like everything about his kit's useless except for him dying. He's so awesome when he
Hey man,
dies. He's
but
just
he's
like
so
running at
big. He's
you.
awesome, dude. Everyone loves San.
Yeah. It was really off-putting at first when they released him and he was so big, but
Yeah,
now it's like I guess they're used to it because now
yeah.
he looks like
But he was
fun.
he was bigger than Nautilus, I think, right? think he was.
I think so, yeah.
I think he's the biggest character model now.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know about like a full stack Cho'Gath, but
Well, Cho beats everything, I'm pretty
I
sure.
think so. Yeah.
okay. Well, there you go.
I don't know. I think more people will see him a bit more. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah, he just got buffs.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
think
Mostly
so.
across the
I don't
board.
think we'll see him.
I think he might be a better top than Jungle. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Some people play him top.
I haven't played enough Sion to really tell if he's a useful top or not.
I mean, what I'm thinking is like, he gets level 6,
Okay.
runs down bottom, ganks them, and then teleports back top or something.
That's like a Rengar
He
thing.
literally just runs down bot and he's supposed to succeed.
Maybe ult straight from top river, and like if he hits mid,
Oh,
he
I
hits
mean,
mid.
he
If he
calls
doesn't,
from
he hits
mid.
bottom.
yeah. Like does like a 90-degree angle turn and just fucking takes down the river when he misses mid. Like, oh god. What I've seen top signs do actually is they max like the thing that throws the minion and they
yeah,
poke
it's
with that.
really powerful. I think
Oh,
the-
really? Okay.
yeah, because
Yeah.
if you hit the E into a minion, it times it by like 1.5 damage. So
Oh wow, really?
I think
didn't
the
know that.
base. What's the base damage? I think it's like
I'm quickly googling it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
It
every
can do 210 or 315 damage at 5 points of it.
Well, that's
And
actually
it
a
only
lot.
costs 25 mana,
Yeah.
so it's pretty good.
That's actually a lot.
8
And it goes
seconds
through
cooldown.
creeps. It goes through creeps. That's the important thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. So how much damage does it increase per level?
35 slash kind of 52-ish.
That's a lot.
If
Oh
you,
yeah, so 50
do the
damage per
bonus
level.
damage.
That's really strong.
If it is a lot.
Yeah,
I
it costs almost no mana, so actually top side suddenly OP. Shit, max
Yeah,
E.
top science sounds a lot better now, actually.
yeah. I thought
I
he was
think,
really
you know what's
powerful at
funny?
top.
It's like when you're playing against top Scion, it's like you're playing against Lucian, but melee, because he's trying to line up the creeps like to hit you behind it.
It is like
Exactly like Lucian does. So you're just sitting here like circling the creeps. It's really
Yeah,
interesting.
but like since he's melee, he's got a better angle on the thing. Like it dramatically changes. He takes one step and suddenly like he shoots it a completely different direction.
Yeah.
So
Is he
that
the
could
new
be
Giannis?
good. Maybe I should play Santa.
Maybe.
All right. So enough Scion. We'll be moving on to nope, not Azir or Nivea. There's a bunch of bug fixes on them. There is a Janna change with their W, where they increase the cooldown from 8 seconds at max level to 12 seconds. Basically, all the levels are 12 instead of going down by 1. So what do you think of that, MeyeA?
So, clearly it's just like a straight nerf, right? And it's actually an important one because I think most of the Jannas at Worlds and me as well, we all max W second mostly. It's like, on average.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it was really good because you just mash it in team fights and you would get like 3 off in a team fight, which was kind of ridiculous. And so, I don't know, it's just like a straight nerf, but it sounds like Janna's still going to be
Yeah,
really good.
I think Janna's still going to be definitely a really high pick, contested pick or whatever. It's still strong. MapleStreet, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I don't see why. You have to like max W second because your Q like it doesn't really get any bonuses when
Yeah,
you put points
exactly.
into it. You get like minimal damage unless you charge it up, which is ridiculous. They bug fixed their Q, which a lot of people were complaining about, where she would like not use the tornado if she was out of range, even though you just really want to just cast it right away. So yeah, W nerf is welcome, I guess. A lot of people complain about Janna. She has her own weaknesses, but I think it's a good change because like her slows are really obnoxious. If you get slowed by W, you get Q'd right after and like you get W'd again. It's just you can't escape it really in the late game.
That's true. Yeah. You guys think still think she's gonna be strong, eh?
We'll see.
Yeah, I think she'll still be strong just because when you think of Janna, she's still gonna do Janna things.
Yeah, like the
because
shield.
like the shield and like knocking people out of like Lee Sin kicks and whatnot, and stuffing abilities with Q and R. So she'll still do like Janna things. She just is. This is like the invisibility power nerf, where a bunch of champions just have like random power just thrown into their abilities for no reason, and this is one of those nerfs. Like it's not a kit nerf; it's an ability nerf. So she'll still be fine.
Okay. All right. So that's enough about Janna. Let's move on to Lucian. Since LeBlanc just got some passive changes, I think it's nothing. But yeah, let's go to Lucian. So his W no longer has an attack damage ratio, but the movement speed bonus increases along levels, and the culling got a cooldown increase to from 100 seconds to 110 seconds from level 6, and then level 16 instead of being 50 seconds is at 90 seconds. So MeyeA, what do you think about this change?
Yeah, poor Lucian. I thought he was actually in a fine spot. The W ratio was actually a bonus attack ratio, so it was anywhere between like 10 and maybe 120 extra damage off of the W. Personally, I was max W second,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I really like the move speed bonus on it. Like, I can live with 40, but 60 is pretty cool as well. Like, you would use culling with Ardent Blaze, and then you would be able to chase them forever. Like, they would try to juke your ult, but since you had that 40 move speed bonus proccing every time your culling hit, you actually could chase them really easily. 60 move speeds, I guess it's alright. It's not, like, major, but the culling nerf is pretty big.
Yeah, that one's like huge because maybe there will be some team fights where you won't have it up, right?
Pretty much. Like, I'm kind of used to having the culling up like twice in a single siege. Like the first time you might use it for like a lot of harass to get someone off the turret because sometimes your comp doesn't have that much damage. Well, the culling does actually a lot of damage, so only having it's almost double the cooldown, which is pretty harsh, I feel.
All I'm hearing is an 80 carry main cry about OP 80 carry nerfs. That's all I'm hearing. It's like, wow, my OP champion's getting nerfed.
You're so
wow."
fun with the culling.
That's so stupid that he can like ult twice on a siege, and you're like, oh man, now I'm not gonna get to do that anymore. Like, are you serious? That stuff is so stupid. Like, it's like if you buy Banshee's Veil, it's completely useless against Lucian because like he pops everyone's Banshee's Veil. If he misses with R, God forbid somehow, he throws a W instead, and that shit like explodes like
Yeah.
everywhere.
W has a
That's-
really good range though, so it's a pretty decent poke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for
W is
sure.
ridiculous too.
You only lose like what is it? Like maybe 60 damage if you have Bloodthirst and Infinity damage or Infinity Edge, right? Or wait,
Yeah, somewhere around there.
somewhere around there, like 40 damage.
60 is a lot. 40 damage, that's a lot.
Yeah, but that's all off bonus 80. So it's all of these hit is late game.
Yeah, it's all like
basically. All right, so the next change we'll be going over is Rise. You guys look at Rise.
I'm happy.
Huh?
I'm happy about them. So happy.
Very happy.
So actually, on my Diamond 1 Smurf, I actually main top lane. So like every game I ban Rise because he is like, what do you do against Rise? He just like clicks you. There's no outplay. You just can't be in his range or else he beats you. Unless you pick like Irelia, who can beat him back. But like I also want nerfs to Irelia, so I don't know. So it's like really dumb. You just have to pick a more OP champion. There's like no counterplay to Rise. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean Aurelia's kind of the same. Like
Yeah,
she
exactly.
doesn't technically have a skill shot. Once she hits the Trinity
Yeah.
Force, she just murders 80 carries. So like as a bot laner, I slightly hate Aurelia more than Rise, honestly, but they're both kind of annoying.
Yeah, they're both OP.
Do you guys think that we'll be seeing? Well, you probably will be seeing less of him, but do you think he'll still be, played in the top lane?
I don't know, like a lot of Rises, if he gets shut down early, like he's really, really useless. So like
Yeah.
this nerf could be actually really big, and we might see a lot less Rise, which would be fine with me, since he's got a ridiculously high play rate, and like he's
Yeah.
even being like first picked.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad about these two.
I don't think he'll be like played at all ever. Maybe.
Really? Just from 20 damage nerfs?
Well,
and 40 at the
At
end game?
level 1, it's like 60 damage to 40. Actually, maybe
Yeah, that's it.
that seems like a lot. Then like
That's 30%. Wait, 30? That's 30% damage nerf, right? 33. Whatever.
33, and
It's a
then
third.
The numbers you look at.
and then at
Numbers.
level
S.
I dropped out of college to go to LCS. Leave me alone.
and then at level 5, it's 160 to 120. So if he does like get shit on, the base damage of him is pretty low for his Q, since that's his main spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because once again, this isn't a kit nerf, right?
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
it's a straight numbers nerf, and numbers nerf are always weird
Yeah.
because they could make an OP champion like completely useless, or it could make them like really OP. So I don't know. You just don't know until it happens, I guess.
Yeah, like like Yasuo, I didn't think he'd be in a really bad position as he is now. But before that, but when you read those changes, you're like, okay. And then you see turns into Urgot.
Towards the Urgot.
Yeah, okay.
He's a lot prettier than Urgot.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I think that's the end of it. Oh, wait, the Zillion nerf, where it's not global anymore. It's only to the person. It's only to him and the person who's 1500 range beside him, or in bot lane. So, MIA, what do you think of this nerf?
I'm so happy. I hate Zillion players.
I hate Jillian players too.
Yeah, exactly. It's
That
like
passive would win lanes and win games, honestly.
yeah.
And it was very, very invisible, but like levels are hella important. Like you get so much extra stats per level and you get a bonus skill point. So
Yeah.
people would be hitting 6 faster in solo lanes. Junglers would be hitting like level 4 a minion or two faster. It was just really weird. I really didn't like it, but I think Zillion's still really, really good actually. For like support. Like they didn't nerf any of his
Oh, that's
damage.
true. For support.
Really? I thought he was so overrated for support. Like, maybe
I
in
know.
solo queue it's fine, but like what we saw at Worlds was pretty like revealing. Like SK tried to run Zillion like 3 times and it fell flat on his face every single time.
But
Right?
I guess
SK
it,
Nip?
yeah. I guess it'll be easy to tell because like he doesn't have skill shots.
Yeah, right,
It's
yeah.
like there's no like skill cap.
Yeah, there's no skill cap to it except for like when to ult, but it's in competitive it was so much easier to play around because you saw like SSW, Samsung White. I don't think they prioritized Zillion at all, did they? Except maybe mid lane sometimes.
I think they banned it every game, did they?
Did they ban it every
The
single game?
Zillion Alistar. One team was banning Zillion Alistar every single game. I forget which one.
It could have
Alistair had
been
a 100% win rate, or sorry, ban
Yeah,
rate at
yeah,
Worlds.
100% ban rate, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
picked once and banned every other game, I believe. So
Really?
send pick ban.
Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. I still think it was mostly mid Zillion that was being banned and not support Zillion. Because I don't know. Support Zillion looked so meh at Worlds.
I don't know. I don't think my opinion is I don't think he'll be played in support because he doesn't give that for like maybe like once every 50 games because his true strength made him the mid lane and top lane automatically win because they get the level 2 first or whatever. Right?
Yeah, kind of true. I mean, Zillion himself is gonna get the bonus, but yeah.
That's true. That would.
I think it's
So what,
worth
does this make it? Does it make it worse mid then because no one else can share his XP bonus? So this is like a mid Zillion nerf, but like a Zillion support like.
I don't know. It's a nerf all around for Zillion.
when
That's
these hidden
definitely-
when these like global passives get removed or whatever, their win rate goes down a bit.
You can't just pick Zillion and hope your solo lanes carry you anymore. That'd be great.
That was my best strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the end of the patch notes, but we'll be talking about Kalista, the new champion that was revealed. So first up, we'll be talking about her passive. So what do you guys think of that?
I don't know. It's hard to say something about that ability until you use it because on first glance, I think it sounds really clunky and I probably wouldn't like using it. But
Yeah.
maybe after like 10 games, you'll be used to it and it's actually like really cool. I don't know.
Yeah. She like binds herself to a champion, so I'm guessing she's always gonna be like bound to the support. There
Yeah.
might be some like unique usages where you, for some odd reason you wouldn't bind yourself to a support, but like from what I read, it's like she does a lot less damage if she's like not with her soulbound mate.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird for an AD carry because like I don't feel like AD carries have problems doing damage for the most part. So it's like if you don't have this damage bonus, are you really, really weak? Or if you have this damage bonus, are you really overpowered? I have not played her yet, so
So you think it's just up to the numbers?
I haven't seen her. Like I've seen those videos up there, but that kind of tells you something. So after the passive, let's talk about her Q. It's like what, an Italy spear kind of thing.
Let's see.
Damage the first enemy struck and adding a Ren stack. Ooh. And you could hop again.
Yeah, she hops along with it. So I don't know. It's just a really probably the skill you max and level up at
Yeah,
level
for
1.
sure.
Yeah, it
probably
just sounds like
stack a
Ezreal
bunch.
Q.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is an Ezreal Q.
It's,
Probably
it's
goes
literally
slower.
Ezreal Q, but with like passive, like her rend. So it's just I don't know. It's just a skill shot.
Yeah.
Damage.
Okay. And the W, because we already talked about the passive of the W, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, the passive on W? Yeah, the bonus damage thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Maple got a bit confused with
I jumped.
the passive and the actual
Yeah.
passive.
Yeah,
But
she is an item, and then like the passive where she hops around. Okay.
I don't know how the hop is gonna be like, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It sounds really clunky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like maybe you're kiting someone, all of a sudden you hop. You're like, wait, I didn't want to do that. But maybe,
Yeah.
like
The weird
maybe,
thing is you won't be able to kite in circles. You'll
Yeah.
have to kite in straight lines. So it's like, does that make it harder to juke or easier? I don't know yet because I
Well,
haven't
from
played
the
it.
video, it looks like they're like A clicking the ground. It auto attacks and jumps to that one spot they A clicked. So it might be like super easy to kite around with, but if her range isn't like that strong, then her kiting and laning phase doesn't really matter.
I guess, yeah.
okay. And
I would
then-
imagine it's like 500 range, right? I'm gonna guess it's like 500 range or 520, 525.
Yeah.
I doubt it'll be 550 if they gave her this much mobility.
Okay, so let's talk about the active, the Ash E or Quinn W kind of scouting sentinel where she sends a ghost to scout an area. What do you guys think of this for laning phase?
It looks really good. I don't know. It's like it's straight up free vision, right? And it's like it looks really far too. It looks like if you were in like in the video, you can watch it, and she sends it from like one side of Golem camp to like past the other side. So it looks like if
Oh,
you were in
yeah.
the river, you could get it all the way up to Dragon. It looks like if
You
you were
know-
bot lane.
Do you think they last long? Like maybe like 15 seconds?
They do. I think I heard it lasts 5 rotations, so it goes up and down 5 times. Is what I heard. They can change it, right? They can change it. They haven't released like exact numbers yet, so they can change it. But I think it's at 5 right now.
That's actually really good. It's like a free half a trinket kind of.
Yeah. It's got a lot of competitive uses. Not sure how Solar Q is going to go with it.
All right.
Maybe you'll get ganked less.
So let's talk about your E, the burst damage, where you basically stack up stacks and then you do a lot of damage and slow them. So, and then and then it resets if you secure a kill on an enemy unit. Thoughts?
Can it only apply to one target is the
Is
question.
it like Twitch E? That's what I'm thinking. Or yeah.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
sounds
If-
more like Expunge, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty much like Expunge, it seems like. But I think it only applies to one target because what you would be doing is like you hit a 80 carry 5 times, you hit one minion, and then you kill it off with Rend, and then you have it off cooldown again. I think that would be a bit OP to hit the champion and the minion twice in a row. So I think it only applies to the first thing you're hitting.
okay.
And
I think it does
stacks
too.
up infinite
Yeah, it stacks
damage
up
and
infinitely,
slow,
so-
apparently. So you gotta choose when to use your E.
I wonder if you could get like actually auto 2.5 out auto attack speed and then see how much stacks it would do. Maybe do like what 1,000 damage. That's what I'm thinking.
Just
Maybe-
about it.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to troll around and see.
Come
what
on,
you could
man.
do
You
with
gotta
it.
stack the Hurricane, do 1,000,000 damage.
Yeah. It sounds like it'll do more damage than Smite. If once you like stack it to a certain
Ooh,
point,
ooh.
it sounds like
Yeah.
you can outsmite junglers with that.
Baron, yeah.
That's
You
a
could-
good idea, actually.
Baron.
You hit like you think about Baron and how many times you auto attack it. You must auto attack it at least 20 times in a Baron, right? At
That's true.
least. Yeah. So like I don't know.
So-
That sounds like it's gonna do a lot of damage.
So if you could combine smites with your jungler, and be like, okay, I'm smiting at 2,000, and you're like, okay, I'll use my E at 2,000, something like that.
Oh yeah, it's like Nunu Smite, like but like on her, so like you time it together. Yeah, that'd be cool. I guess.
Synergy. Okay, let's talk about her ultimate. So, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this?
This looks really hard to use.
So, she can
Well,
initiate.
like-
Oh, do you want to go first?
Well, it looks like you just eat your own teammate, and that teammate kind of turns into like a Zyra passive, where all your skills will probably turn into Fate's Call and launch yourself into the enemy. So like, it could be cool. You can like, it's kind of like Thresh Lantern, but you're chucking someone into the enemy. So like, I can see why it synergizes with Leona and whatnot. It should be interesting, I guess.
I think, yeah, there'd be a lot of synergy with like hard CC champions like Rom, Leona,
Yeah.
Thresh, question mark?
Yeah, what's really interesting too is that it makes them untargetable, and so you can also use it. You could use it to save and be aggressive at
Yeah,
the same
that's
time.
true.
So that'll be like really good. It sounds like she'll be really good in a team fight because she's like
Virus.
she's an 80 carry with a lot of mobility and like really good CC. It's just that she can't use her own CC, so it'll be like the Thresh syndrome when it was first released, where everyone was like, "Please click the lantern," and now it's like, "Please use Fate's Call not on yourself but on the enemy."
She didn't have an escape, does she? Not really.
No, not really.
So you're gonna pick up your teammate and then chuck them away from the battlefield if they're like super low.
No, you don't get to chuck them. They chuck themselves.
Well, yeah, but like if they're
Something,
super
yeah.
low, it's like okay,
Yeah,
I'll
that-
save you, and then you can maybe send yourself out of the
Wait.
fight.
Do you go invisible when you do it?
Invisible? I don't think so.
It looks like she
Thanks.
does, but I can't
It
tell.
looks
She does. I think she does.
Leona?
Yeah.
Well, Leona.
Oh, she did. Yeah, she like disappeared. She's like inside of her.
Yeah,
And-
she's just untargetable, I guess.
Wait, do you control the person? Do you know if you control the person? Does the person control herself?
Person controls themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mind control.
Okay, so
Go.
I'm just thinking like, if you use this R onto Rammus, wouldn't that be like, hella cool? Like, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
don't know.
Yeah.
You can chuck a lot of things at the enemy.
Yeah, obviously any melee
Jax.
CC
Yeah, that's
champion suddenly becomes really good with this.
Jax. Even though he sucks. You
It's got a very minimal knockup, it looks like.
It also knocks them away, which is interesting, which makes it harder to combo.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Okay,
But
so
could you imagine the Ori Fate's Call like
Oh.
Malphite Wombo combo? Like this sounds ridiculous. Because it makes it to where Malphite can combo his ult into Fate's Call's ult
Yeah,
into
that-
like a Ori ult.
Yeah,
This
that'd be
sounds
really
so
good.
crazy.
with Oriana,
It's funny how like all the champions are positioned in the worst possible way to get hit by Fate's Call. They're
Yeah.
just like all surrounding the Hecarim, so they all get blown up.
Yeah. I see.
So it's not the biggest AoE, but like if they all randomly 5-man position like that, then you know you've got a good ult.
I mean that's big. That looks about as big as like Oriole,
Ori
right?
ult.
It looks a
Yeah.
little bit smaller. It looks
Yeah, a little bit smaller than Orion.
Yeah, but you constantly see like 3-man Orioles, so I wouldn't be surprised if like you would easily get 2-man Fates call ults like regularly,
Yeah.
at least 2-man. So I don't know.
I think she'll be pretty good. Yeah, maybe she doesn't have a no dash, but whatever.
Well, her dashes are her
Hoppa,
damn
hoppa,
auto
yeah.
attacks. So maybe if you like maximize attack speed in your kit, in your build, you suddenly hop permanently. So like
oh yeah,
you can actually deal with Aurelia because she'll never be able to close the gap.
Oh my god, that sounds so stupid.
It sounds awesome. We need our Aurelia counters.
We do need Aurelia counters. I'm tired of that champion.
Okay, so that's the end of this patch 4.19 challenger rundown of the changes. I thank MeyeA, LOL, and MapleStreet for joining me in this episode. Any shoutouts you guys want to do? MeyeA?
No shoutouts, I guess. I mean, it's thanks shoutouts to Pants Jizz our Dragon for having me on the show. It's very flattering that you wanted me to come over here. It's nice to hang out with you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for coming on the show too, MeyeA and MapleStreet. Any shoutouts from you?
No particular shoutouts. Just I hope everyone will cheer for us in LCS and yeah.
Yeah, teammate hype. Yeah.
Teammate
yeah,
hype.
yeah. Teammate.
Teammate, you don't even have sponsors yet. You don't have to shout.
Oh,
out
we have
anything?
sponsors,
There you go.
but
Right.
Oh.
Not contracted yet.
I'm not entirely sure what our sponsors are. But we love our sponsors. it's more important that our fan base gets recognition for being so awesome and sticking with us and cheering for us in LCS. Damn it, Abe, you put me on the spot.
I don't believe a word you just said. You fucking fake.
All right, so if you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully you do subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.